Hello, hi everyone. Let's start today again with the second part of the Forex market, and there we will learn about how to prepare quotations. So, first over here, I mentioned over here USD slash INR 82.5634 slash 99. Here you understand, previously in last lecture, we have understood that USD is the base currency, INR is variable currency, USD is the currency of United States, and INR is the currency of India. 82.5634 is the bid price, the price at which bank will buy currency from you. Means if you want to sell out $1, bank will buy that for 82.5634. And if you want to sell it out, if you want to buy out from bank, then you have to pay 82.5699. Last lecture also we have studied that the quotation is mentioned like 82.5634 slash 99. Always last two digits of the pips will be mentioned. So in the series, we have to mention that after 5634, where 99 will come. So 82.5699 is the ask price, the price at which bank will sell dollar to you. If you want dollar, you want to buy it from the bank, you have to pay 82 rupees 5699. That means 5699 pips or points. You can say pesa, you have to pay to the bank. So this is one way of writing quotation. Quotation here you have seen that it's mentioned in pips. The next way of the quotation, if quotation is mentioned like this, 82.3671 means USD slash INR. For 1 USD INR, 82.3671 bid price slash 00 actually will be mentioned as this USD slash INR 82.3671 82.3700. This is also one of the way of writing quotation. Means in the series of 3671 continuation where the double zero will come in the end, that will be 82.3700. 3671, it will go on 72, 73, 74, and last 00 will come when it will be 3700. So this is one of the way quotations are mentioned. We have seen over here, if suppose it's mentioned USD slash INR 82.1292 slash 92. So next 92, where the next 92 will come. You know that next 92 will come at 3921392. So USD slash INR 82.1292 slash 82.1392 will be the quotation. So first, you need to understand properly that what and how you have to write the quotation. Next, over here, we have one more. Here, if it's mentioned in three digits, suppose 82.9812 USD slash INR, 82.9812 slash 999. If suppose it's given 999, so this 999 is not from the beginning. This 999 is from the end. So my quotation will be in such a way that it will be mentioning over here, it will be mentioning USD slash INR 82.9812 slash 82.9999. So you can understand that the quotation USD slash INR 82.9812 will become 82.9999. So last three digits, the first digit 82.9, this 9 is of the thousand 10,000 place. So over here, this is also one of the way of writing the quotation. Now, quotation is not always written USD slash INR, but it can be mentioned this way also. INR 82.9812 slash 82.9999 slash USD. That also means USD is the base currency and INR is the variable currency. So the main quotation will be presented the same way as this given over here, that 82.9812, 82.9999. Now over here, the next, if we see over here, this can be other way around also. INR 82.9812 slash 82.9999 is equals to 1 USD. So in the question, it can be asked this way also. INR 82.9812 slash 82.9999 is equals to 1 USD. It means that it is USD is a base currency and INR is your variable currency. So this is also one of the way to present the quotation. One more way of presenting quotation, it can be mentioned this way also. 1 USD is equals to INR 82.9812 slash 82.9999. So you can see over here the same first quotation mentioned in the 12th row is similar to 14th, 16th, 18th, and 20th row, whichever is mentioned. All are one and the same. The main quotation is what? USD slash INR 82.9812 slash 82.9999. So USD is the base currency, INR is the variable currency. 82.9812, the left hand side is your bid price, and the right hand side 82.9999 is your ask price. Bid price is the price at which bank will buy dollar from you. And if you go to bank and you want to buy from the bank, suppose USD, then you have to pay 82.9999. So you can see over here in this, over here, if you can see the spread, the profit, the spread it's called. Spread is the profit of the bank. Spread is always ask minus bid. Spread is always ask minus bid. And over here, if we see this, it will be 82.9999 minus 82.9812, which is equivalent to, spread is equivalent to around 187 pips. 187 pips or 0.0187. 0.0187. That way also we can say. Now over here, if we see the next, spread is given over here. So now let's have the next quotation. 100 INR slash USD. So over here you can see that INR is in the front and USD is on the behind. I'm like, left hand side is your INR and USD is on the right hand side. It means the base currency is Indian rupees and USD is your variable currency. You can see that I have mentioned 100 in front of INR. You have to understand that when there is a currency of INR or JPY, it will be always mentioned with 100. It won't be with 1. 1 unit, instead of 1 unit, you will calculate for 100 units because our value is little smaller in comparison of USD, GBP, and all that. That's why we always consider 100 INR. Even the same way, we will do it for JPY, that is Japanese yen. Now, see this other one. 100 JPY is slash USD, and that also is what? 0.67. So the value of 100 Japanese yen for USD is 0.67 USD. For 100 Japanese yen, if you want to get USD, you will get 0.67 USD. Above, we have seen that for 100 INR, we will get 1.13636. That many USD only we can get. So this is the way. Even you can see over here, if I want to get Japanese yen, there also for INR, I have to use 100 INR. 100 INR slash JPY. For 100 INR, I'll get 172.8245 Japanese yen. So it's the same way. If I'll do Japanese yen to INR, then there also I will do 100 Japanese yen and how many INR I will get. So here I've mentioned 100 INR as a base currency and variable currency is Japanese yen, which is 172.8245. So 8245 is your pips, 4 digits we have mentioned over there. Same way, if I do this, as I told you before, Japanese yen to INR, if I want to convert, then 100 Japanese yen will be equals to 57.8722 INR. 100 Japanese yen is equals to 57.8722 INR. So this is the way Japanese yen and INR relation is created. 100 INR to Japanese yen and 100 Japanese yen to INR. 100 INR to USD, but USD will be equals to INR. Simply no 1 USD. GBP to USD, USD to GBP, EUR to GBP, EUR to CAD, anything will be always base will be 1 unit. But only and only for Japanese yen and Indian rupees, it will be 100 units. Now we see over here GBP INR. For 1 GBP, you will get 109.4422 INR. And if you want to buy GBP, then you have to pay 109.4522 INR. To get 1 GBP, you have to pay bank 109.4522 INR. And if you want to sell out your 1 GBP, you will get 109.4422. So here you can see that there is a spread of 100 pips. There is a spread of 100 pips in between GBP bid price and the ask price. So ask price will be always bigger than the bid price. The spread is earning of the bank. Spread is earning of the bank. This quotation, now we understand which type of quotation it is. This type of quotation, when I've mentioned GBP to INR, GBP is on the left hand side as a base currency, INR on the right hand side is a variable currency. Then this particular quotation in the country of variable currency, so over here, variable currency is Indian rupee. In this country, in India, this type of quotation GBP slash INR will be considered as direct quotation. This type of quotation in India will be considered as direct quotation. You call it India, you call it Mumbai, you can call it Delhi, you can call it Kolkata. Any part of India related to India will be consideration. And in Great Britain, this type of quotation will be considered as indirect quotation. So over here, where GBP is on the base currency price, the base currency, the country of the base currency is considered, in that country, it will be considered as indirect quotation. Same way, we can take one more example. Over here, 100 JPY slash INR, I've mentioned 57.8722. I've mentioned only one price over here. There's no issue. 100 JPY to INR. So over here, you can understand that JPY is considered as base currency. JPY is base currency where INR is considered as your variable currency. And so the variable currency's country is India. So over here in India, this type of quotation is considered as direct quotation, India, Mumbai, Delhi, whatever you call it, and country of this base currency is Japan. So in Japan or in Tokyo, it will be considered as indirect quotation. One more example, if we take 100 INR slash USD, 1.1305, 1.1315. Bid price 1.1305, ask price 1.1315. So spread over here also 10 pips or 0.0010. There is spread of 10 pips or 10 points. So 100 INR slash USD 1.1305, 1.1315. So here you can see India is over here is a base currency. In this quotation, India is a base currency and USD is a variable currency. So over here in India, this type of quotation is considered as indirect quotation. So India is a base currency. That's why in India, this type of quotation is a indirect quotation. This type of quotation is an indirect quotation, and in USA or New York or Washington, it will be considered as direct quotation because USD over here in this type of quotation is at place of variable currency. Now we can see how to make it inverse. Now, how we get this INR USD, USD INR? Then to make them inverse, we always have to follow this formula. It's called as for the bid price, to get the bid price of the inverse quotation, we have to do 1 upon ask, and for ask price, we have to do 1 upon bid. For general, for normal, like GBP, AUD, AUD CAD, CAD GBP, EUR CHF, these wherever the one unit is considered, there will be always 1 upon ask slash 1 upon bid. But when India or Japan is individually involved, Japan or India individually involved, only Japan or only India in this quotation is involved, then the quotation will be found with 100 upon ask slash 100 upon bid. So if I want to convert, I want to inverse the quotation, then I need to do 100 upon ask and 100 upon bid. Let's see over here one of the example. 100 INR slash GBP. 100 INR slash GBP. The quotation will be mentioned as 100 upon 109.4522. This quotation of, if I'm taking the quotation of which GBP INR. GBP INR was 109.4422, 109.4522. You can see over here this quotation. So I'm using the same quotation over here. That suppose if 100 INR GBP 100 upon 109.4522 and 100 upon 109.4422. So here I'm using this bid. I'm using this bid price. You can see over here. I'm using this particular bid price. You can see this. Wait a minute. I'll show you. Which bid price I'm using? I'm using this particular bid price to find out my quotation over here. And I'm using it over here. You can see that as 1 upon 100 upon bid. 100 upon bid to find out the ask for 100 INR GBP. To find out 100 INR GBP, I'm using this particular quotation. And to find out this particular, I'm using, for this particular, I'm using the ask. To get the bid, I'm using this ask of the quotation. I'll put over here the quotation also. Wait a minute. I'm just giving you the original quotation also. It is this way. I've used this particular quotation. This particular quotation I've used for the purpose of getting my value, the inverse value of. I've used this particular quotation over here. For this particular formula, I've used this. Over here, it will be this particular quotation I've used over here. Wait a minute, I'll do that. And the formula is applied this way. So my 100 INR GBP answer will be, when I'm dividing it, Wait a minute. When I'm dividing it, I will be getting 100 divided by 109.4522 is equals to 0.9136. And when I'm using the next 100 divided by 109.4522, I'm getting 0.9137 almost. So here 0.9136. So my quotation will be over here 100 INR slash GBP 0.9136 slash 0.9137. So this way we can calculate the value of 100 INR GBP. This is the inverse value. This is the inverse value, which we can consider over here as inverse value, inverse of this particular part. So this is how we understand this, and we end our session with this. Thank you. Thanks a lot. I'll see you in the next video now. Bye. Take care.